Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Allow me to harass everyone on Discord with an at everyone, because we all love those. And then I will get started with the video game. Oh, I didn't open the dashboard. 1 second. I mean, if people were talking now, I wouldn't be able to see it, which is not the most intelligent thing I've ever done. 1 second. Opening the dashboard. Loading the dashboard. Any day now, Twitch. I can't get over this music. It's good, but... Right, where were we? And now OBS is tabbed out. It's always such a professional operation here, you know? No prep work, no aggressive typing when the stream is already live. Okay. Let's see here. So we did these 4. We decided to skip this one because it was extremely irritating. Which leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 missions. Now, I have decided that since this doesn't really have an overarching story and it's more of a mission pack, I'm going to skip past stuff that is just base building. Okay, this sounds like just base building. Well, at least look at it. Graphics. Whoa, I feel so invested in this mission now.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Well, at least on initial impressions, this looks kind of cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
I am weirdly reminded of the Incredible Machine.
Waiting order. Got it.
By this music, I mean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's interesting that Nod attack helicopters are actually better at dealing with units.
Reporting. Roger. Moving out. Yes,
Or rather with infantry. For some reason I use infantry. I use infantry and units interchangeably, even though, you know, that's not correct.
affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative. Waiting orders. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Well, that one,
Lost.
welp, came so close, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Hey Lily, welcome to the stream. So this one starts interestingly, but otherwise is it really worth the while?
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, moving out.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
Roger. Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Ow.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Moving out. You got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, that's going really well.
Yes, sir. Unit moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the lesson here is not to wait a million years
Yes, sir.
while the MCV has to fend for itself, but to actually clear the path here.
Yes, sir.
That's good to know.
Waiting order. Yes. Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived. Unit
Waiting. Yes,
lost.
sir.
Yeah, you don't have that much time to actually get this done.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
What's he doing?
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Unit reporting. Acknowledged.
They put like a flare here, so I'm guessing they suggest that you put your base here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Cannot deploy here. Low power. New construction options.
The music is very good at least.
On hold. Cancel.
It's tempting to start repairing stuff really hard, but I don't have that much cash.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
I like that I put my cursor over there and I was about to say cactus, but then it just
Construction complete.
said cactus.
New construction options.
I hope this rock here... Yes, I need to mouse over everything now. I hope this rock here won't confuse the Harvester AI. Because I have had some painful experiences with Harvester AI.
Repairing.
Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Maybe I should just put the difficulty on casual for these missions by default.
Right away, sir.
What does that actually change though?
Roger.
Putting it on casual.
Affirmative.
Does it just make the AI way less aggressive? Do they just chill in their base all day?
You got it. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Building.
Moving out. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Aha.
Construction complete. New construction options.
You know, I did always really love having mini bases like this. I always found that so fun.
Building. On hold. Cancelled.
When we had like a small little base consisting of only a
Funds.
like a barracks or a hand of Nod. Those were the best. You could like find small caches of money around the map, stuff like that. That was good.
Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, I am wasting too much time, perhaps?
Moving out.
Or are they just patrolling?
Moving out. Affirmative.
I see that to build infantry, they rather to build vehicles, they need to pass over here. So it may actually be worthwhile
Cannot
to not do
deploy
that.
Here.
Yes, sir. Vehicle moving out. Yes, sir.
GDI building captured. Unit lost. Building. On hold. Unit lost. Cancel. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Oh no! Anyway.
Battle control terminated.
I really don't have the patience for those missions anymore, I'm afraid. See, this one has a commando, so I'm immediately more interested.
Yo, no problem. You got it. No problem.
Oh yeah, just send the flame guy right at my commando and I haven't even started yet.
You got it.
You got it!
I'm got a present for you. No problem.
Unit, your mission is a failure.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, keep him coming. I'm on left-handed.
Left again! Okay, so we're going left first.
No problem. I'm on it. No problem. Real tough guy. I'm on it. I got a present for you.
Yes, I should have gone to the place where there was not a...
Guy. You got left-handed. You got it. No problem. That was left-handed. You got left-handed. Tough guy. You got a present for you. No problem. Keep him
Wait, what's the mission again? Sam sites, right.
I'm on it. I've got a
Sometimes
present for you.
you'll catch me not reading the mission brief properly.
I've got a present for you. That was left-handed.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I'm on it. Keep him coming. You got it.
Right, small error there. I should not have destroyed my ability to produce units, infantry there.
Yes, sir. No problem. Keep him coming. I'm on it.
Right, so Sam sites.
I'm on it.
Ha ha ha
I'm
ha.
on it. I'm on it. Real tough guy. I'm on it. I've got a present for you. No problem. No problem. I'm on it. You got it. That was left. You got it. You got it. I'm on it. No problem. Real tough guy. I'm on it. You got it. I'm on it. Present for you. You got it. I'm on it. No problem. You got it. No problem. I'm on it. No problem. I'm on it. You got it.
That was a bit sloppy there, but still.
Reinforcements have arrived.
You got it. I'm on it. That was left-handed.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes. Moving out.
Nod building captured.
Moving out. Waiting
New
order. Wait, sir.
construction options.
Yes, sir.
Nod
No
building
problem.
captured.
That was left-handed. No problem. You got it. I'm on it. That was
Unit
left-handed.
lost. Our base is under attack. Insufficient funds. Structure sold. On hold. Cancelled. Building.
Ready. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Roger. Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Right away, sir.
On hold. Cancel.
Yes. Ready and wait. Moving out. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Not quite sure what the angle of this mission is, but at least I like the whole gaining control of the coast and then getting a base thing. Yeah, this is basically just me having a look at these missions without actually committing to completing them.
Right away, sir.
Because I'm not that masochistic.
Moving out. Got it.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Got it. Moving out. Affirmative. Got it.
Building.
You got it. Affirmative. Moving out.
Unit
Affirmative. Moving
ready.
out. Moving out. Reporting. Yes, sir. No, Roger. Moving out. Roger. Roger.
Let's gain control of the refinery first and foremost.
Yes, sir. Roger. Reporting. Roger. Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. You got it. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting. Reporting. Roger. Right away, sir.
Building. Airstrike ready. Insufficient funds.
Waiting.
Not building
Got it.
captured. Silos needed. Unit ready.
Okay, so I like
Not building
Yes, right away,
captured.
sir. Yes.
I like this type of mission.
Ready. Affirmative.
Where you start having nothing and then you build yourself up. Even though once the base is all built and ready, it can quickly start turning into a slog anyway.
Affirmative.
But we'll see. I won't judge the mission completely yet. And I set the difficulty to casual, so I'm just checking them out after all.
Not building captured. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Primary building selected. Building. Unit
Knowledge. You
ready.
got it.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit
Right away,
ready.
sir.
Not building captured. Building. Building. Unit
Reporting. You
ready.
got it.
Construction complete. Not building captured.
Unit affirmative.
Alright. I think we're pretty set up here right now.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. You got it. Yes.
Unit ready.
Yes.
Our base is
Right away,
under
sir.
attack.
Affirmative. Reporting. Right away, sir. Right away, sir.
Don't really see much point in stealing all of this.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Not a problem. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Ready and waiting. You got it.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, nice.
Unit reporting.
That's it. That's the that's the reinforcements. All right. Okay. And we're supposed to send those over there, like where the units are. Okay.
Building.
Yes. Okay.
Unit ready.
Sounds good.
Building.
But I'm sure we can work something out. I actually like this mission so far. Don't get me wrong.
Building.
Just being annoying for no reason.
Building.
Affirmative. Unit reporting. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Let's make a save before we get like, wrecked.
Repairing.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. You got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Okay, perhaps we should have just gone for artillery right away.
Construction complete. New construction options.
But that's what these tests are for.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Unit
Construction
acknowledged.
complete.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
But if I understand correctly, this mission is basically impossible to lose at this point unless you just commit a severe failure in judgment. This is why they added so many underground and amphibious units in the next game. The next game being Tiberian Sun, not Red Alert.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Building. Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Roger.
You love to see it.
Yes, moving out.
You don't love to see that.
Yes. Acknowledged.
Building.
Ready and wait. You got it.
For some reason, I often find that the last one doesn't go into the thing properly. The last engineer or unit in general to enter the helicopter.
Yes, sir.
Also, I am being told that mercy is for the weak. Apparently, I've also already made that joke, but that's okay.
Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Nod building captured.
Ready and wait.
Our
Got it.
base is under attack. Nod building captured. Building.
You got it. Waiting order. Roger. Reporting. Affirmative.
Nod building captured. Construction complete. Nod building captured. Our base is under attack.
This is getting a bit noisy, isn't it?
Repairing. Construction complete. Building. Our base is under attack. On
Vehicle
hold.
reported. Moving
Cancel.
out.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Just slapping down turrets wherever I want.
Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
There we go.
Building. Insufficient
Yes, sir. Moving out.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so they do try to attack sometimes. That's almost a relief.
Cancelled. Building. On hold.
Well, we ran out of money on this
Cancel.
side quickly.
Primary building selected. Building. Unit ready. On hold. Cancel.
Reporting. Moving out.
Structure sold.
Moving out. You got it. Affirmative. You got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir. You got it. You got it. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not a problem.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Got it.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Roger. Right away, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Ready and wait. You got it. Yes, sir. You got it.
Okay, easy enough, easy enough.
Reporting. Reporting. Moving out. Moving out. You got it.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Should leave at least one here for when the Tiberium regenerates properly. Already have radar. I have 3 of those, I need only 1.
Structure sold. Construction complete.
It's a good thing these have such great aim, or this would be really annoying.
Ready and wing out. Moving out. Moving out. You got it.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
What is this monstrosity I see before my very eyes?
Ready and wait. Reporting. Moving out. Moving out. Roger. Moving out. Affirmative. You got it. You got it. You got it. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out.
Well, there's
Roger.
plenty of Tiberium here, so I feel confident in making
Moving
another
out.
refinery.
Affirmative. Right away, sir. Moving
Oh,
out.
hey, it's this one.
Moving out.
Unit
Right
lost.
away, sir. Affirmative.
I think it's called like
Construction
CNC
complete.
Thang.
Affirmative. You got it.
Is that what it was called? I think I
Unit lost.
saw it on the soundtrack. Woo.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit
We
ready.
mean,
Insufficient funds.
oh, right. I was wondering why the prices were so low. It's because I picked a lower difficulty. And I'm not ashamed.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Building.
Because to be completely
Unit
frank, I just want to check out the missions
Building.
without the cheating AI getting in the way.
Reporting. Moving out.
You know, the best way to deal with cheaters is to cheat back.
Right away, sir. Affirmative.
Yeah, if the mission looks interesting, I'll put the difficulty back to normal.
Moving out.
This mission read like a base building one, so that's why I
Moving out.
started it like that. This is a pretty fun one though. Like I said, I like that you conquer like this side and that side and then continue on like that.
Right away, sir.
Mission, I have a soft spot for missions like those, even if they do boil down to base building in the end. You have to love that sort of progression. Like,
Lost.
where you start with essentially 1 unit and then you build yourself up all the way to having 3 or 4 bases, you know?
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. You got it. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Select target.
Waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Waiting order.
I guess, let's approach from the most dangerous side you can. That sounds like a good plan, guys. Smart NGs.
Right. Moving out. Right away, sir. Moving out.
Not building. Captured.
Whoa, that was quick.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Not building. Captured. Not building. Captured. Building.
Alright, I decided to just meme this base into the ground.
Cancelled. Our base is under attack. Repairing. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building. Unit lost. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building. Primary building.
So much money, so much money, so much money.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Look at how much, look at how many vehicles he's building right now.
Building. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Building. Airstrike ready. Select target. Construction complete.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Building. On hold. Our base is under attack. Cancel. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Reporting.
Alright.
Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Primary building selected.
So I wonder if we can just meme them to death with me gunners.
Building.
That was a stretch, I'm
Unit
sorry.
ready. Building. Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Building.
Moving out. Moving out.
Building. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Right away,
ready.
sir. Moving out. Right away,
Building.
sir. Got it.
Unit ready.
Yes. Right away, sir. Yes. Got it. Yes. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Got it. Right away, sir. Right away, sir.
Lost. Unit lost.
Waiting. Roger.
Our base is
Waiting.
under
Moving out.
attack.
Yes. Right away, sir. Ready. Moving out.
Not
Affirmative.
building captured.
Solid. Solid. Moving out.
Not building captured.
Right away, sir.
New
Reporting.
construction
Right away, sir.
options.
Well,
Airstrike.
maybe easy mode is a bit too easy.
Not building captured.
But then again, I wasn't gonna do the whole 3-hour process of building a whole base again. It's probably fine, right? Just to check out the mission?
You got it.
Or have I lost all my gamer cred now?
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Roger. Yes, sir.
How did that get there? They just manifested a new refinery out of thin air.
Affirmative. Unit.
That's fine by me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who will be here first?
Yes, sir.
Well, it would be the artillery, but they are confused right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, affirmative. Moving out. You got it. Moving out. Moving out. You got it. Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, so this mission was fine. You know, just we've been around the block
Mission
before
accomplished.
of, you know, like capturing a few bases, but I do like the idea of this. So it was tedious enough to want to play it on easy, but not tedious enough to want to skip it. Basically. I'm happy with how I resolved it. Alright. Those are all the GDI missions. At least looked at, so. Remain undetected until your base is ready. I'm gonna look at this. I'm not gonna change it from casual because I'm not in the mood for these shenanigans. I'll see if it has an interesting start. Like, the helicopter one had an interesting start, but then it just turned into a... Okay, you're in a corner now, and we're going to throw an inordinate amount of units at you. Remain undetected. So, is there anything particular to do to remain undetected, or is it just a base building mission? If you want to chime in and let me know which missions are absolutely not worthwhile, Lily, I always appreciate your insights. You know these missions a lot more than I do.
Building.
Like right now, I'm just if it looks like a base building one, I start it on casual and just see what it is.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Probably should be building a hand of Nod at this point, but oh, look at that. They're getting confused again. Well, did you see I sent him specifically to that one and he is not doing it?
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Also, if anyone is there, how is the game audio,
New construction
my audio balance?
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. You got
Building.
it. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
So this is the first time I've done that, but I think that's actually something I used to always do. It's like send a unit to each corner.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Moving out.
I guess there's a thing here where if the village realizes you're here, GDI will like, start launching full attacks on you.
Moving out. Right away, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Right away, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, interesting.
Affirmative.
Civilians attacking us.
Yes, sir. You got it. Not a problem. Moving out. Ready and waiting. Rod. Affirmative. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Moving out.
Well, aside from the attacking civilians, this looks like a fairly bog standard mission. Really?
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledge. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. You got it.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Roger.
I had like a moment where I thought the
Got affirmative.
the
Yes, sir.
Red Harvester was gonna crush my units, but then I realized, oh wait, I'm not now.
Construction complete.
Roger.
Our base is under
Moving
attack.
out. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost. New construction options.
Moving out.
Unit lost. Building. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Got it. Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative. You got
Our
it.
base is under
Reporting.
attack.
Moving out.
Unit ready.
Got it.
Building.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit
Yes,
ready.
acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Our
Moving out.
base is under attack.
Man, easy mode is kind of ridiculous, isn't it? I guess that's fine though.
Reporting. Moving out. You got it. Ready and waiting. Right away, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Ready and waiting. Waiting order. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Roger. Affirmative. Roger. You got it. Reporting. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Moving out. Right away, sir. Roger. Moving out. Moving out. Roger. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost. Building.
Yes, sir.
Right, I see. So we can't just, even on this mode, we can't just drive up and win instantly.
Reporting.
I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest.
Building. Reinforcements have arrived. Cannot deploy here. New construction options. Construction complete. Building. Insufficient funds. Reinforcements have arrived.
Unit moving out. Yes,
Building. Our base is under attack.
sir. Yes, sir.
Log building captured. Low power.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
It's a good thing these commandos don't know how being a commando works.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Ready and waiting.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, moving out. Unit affirmative.
Let's see, I guess we can buy an obelisk.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Time to rock and roll.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes. Yes.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Building. Our base is under attack.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Look at this dude.
Construction complete. Building. Low power. Construction complete.
I'm kind of just messing about at this point.
Construction complete.
Maybe I should send one to the right as well.
Acknowledged. Right away, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Roger.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Nuclear weapon available.
Okay,
Construction
we're gonna
complete.
nuke him soon.
Building.
Reporting. Right away, sir.
Our base is under attack.
I'm guessing their construction yard is somewhere around here, but I need to be sure before I...
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Yes, moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
Building.
Moving out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Unit moving out.
Unit lost. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Nuclear
Affirmative. Yes,
weapon
sir.
launched. Nuclear warhead approaching.
Moving out. Moving
Well,
out.
that was pretty much it then.
Moving out. Moving out.
Unless they have a construction yard hidden
Moving out.
in the corner here.
Moving out.
Our base is under attack. Building.
Unit report acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction.
Oh, a
complete.
secret here.
Building.
Oh, it's money. I like that.
Reinforcements have arrived.
That's good.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Nice try, NGs. Nice try.
Construction complete.
But there's only one man who can pull off the meme, and it is not
Reinforcements
you.
have arrived.
Unit acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay, this guy needs to go first.
Yes. 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 Moving
Oh,
out.
retreat, retreat, retreat.
Moving out.
You're not exactly good in a direct confrontation, guys.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes. Acknowledged. Yes. Acknowledged. Yes.
Our
Acknowledged.
base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes.
This is kind of amusing. Normally you destroy their economy and then the rest. Now they only have an economy but nothing to actually build.
Unit lost.
Just goes to show you guys,
Unit
money doesn't solve all your problems. Or something.
building.
Waiting order. Affirmative. 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 Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Building. complete.
Yes, sir.
Building. Reinforcements have
Waiting
arrived.
on moving out. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I remember stealth tech is going to be a much bigger thing in Tiberium Sun, and I remember that I was not the biggest fan of it eventually.
Complete. Building.
It could be kind of overpowered depending on the circumstances.
Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Moving out.
Building.
Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived. Construction complete. Mission accomplished.
Okay, good. There we go. It's always build a base, isn't it? It's always build a base. Interesting start, and then it just kind of fizzles out. I'm not gonna turn up the difficulty for that, that's for sure.
Yeah? No problem. You got it. You got it. No problem. Real tough guy. Yo, I'm got a present for you. Come on. You got a present for you. You got it. No problem. Keep him coming. I'm on it. Yes, sir. I'm on it. Yo.
Let's see.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. You got it. Keep him coming. You got
Why
it.
are GDI attacking this town?
No
This
problem.
is kind of weird.
That was left-handed. Yeah, I'm on it. No problem. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Reporting away, sir.
No problem.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Real tough guy. No problem. I'm on it, left. I'm on it. That was left-handed.
Wait away, sir.
GDI works in mysterious ways, I suppose.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Come on, you got it.
Affirmative.
No problem. You got it. Left. I'm on it. Keep him coming. You got it. Keep him coming. Yeah, I'm on it. No problem. Keep him coming.
Ready?
Real
Moving
tough
out.
guy, sir. I'm on it. You got it. Keep him coming. No problem. You got it. No problem. Keep him coming. I'm on it.
Reporting. Moving out.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Wait away, sir.
I'm on it.
Roger.
I mean, that's an interesting thing, but
You got it. Real tough guy.
Moving out.
Unit
Moving out.
lost.
Roger.
well, just an engineer. I like our chances.
Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Roger. Affirmative. Roger.
Come on, run.
Moving out. Wait away, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Nope.
Wait away, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Your mission is a failure.
Alright, well, I want to see the intro through at least. Even if I'm not that interested in finishing the whole mission, I do want to see. Because I like these bits, right? Where you're just kind of exploring before it turns into the usual stuff.
Yeah. Keep him coming. Real tough guy. I'm on it. You got him on it. I'm on it. Keep him coming. Yeah. Real tough guy. Yeah. I'm on it.
Reporting. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Yo, keep him coming.
I've got an inkling of what you're supposed to do, but let's try.
was left-handed. No problem. I've got a present for you, sir. No problem. Yes, sir. No problem. Yeah?
Reporting. You got it. Moving out.
Yes, sir. You got it. Real tough guy. Keep him coming. No problem. That was left coming. No problem. You got it. That was left. No problem. Keep him coming. You got it. Real tough guy.
Reporting. Moving out.
See, I'm thinking,
Moving out.
I got distracted by my phone, but I'm thinking we want to steal that helicopter maybe, and then send the commandos in that way.
I'm on left.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Real tough guy. Real tough guy. No problem.
Affirmative.
I'm on tough guy. I'm on it. Real tough guy.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Yeah, I'm on it. You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Unit acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Time to rock and roll. Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. No problem. Yes, sir. Yo. No problem.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
New
Time to rock and roll.
construction options.
Oh heck yeah.
Repairing.
Waiting. Moving out.
New construction
sir.
options. Repairing.
See, I do like this whole base in disrepair thing.
Yo. You got a present for you. I've got a present for you. You got it.
Unit lost. Building.
Come on.
Construction complete. New construction options.
I guess I like to put it. I've been thinking about how to best describe the missions that I like. I think I like asymmetrical missions.
Building.
Like, there's some missions in Red Alert 2 that I thought was super enjoyable as well. And one of them is when you're like,
Unit ready.
the enemy doesn't even have a base. They just throw tons of like waves of units at you, and you have to survive through that. Stuff like that. That's great. I love that.
Yes, affirmative.
And I like this because it doesn't seem like GDI has a base. I might be wrong though.
New construction options. Building.
Ready and waiting. Yes,
I've got a present for you. I've got a present for you. Yo,
Unit
I'm on a present for you. I'm on it.
Our base
Yeah,
is
I'm on
under
it.
attack. Construction complete. New construction options.
Then again, there is a lot of room in the top right, so they might have a base after all. I'm a little disappointed by this revelation, but not very disappointed.
Yo, you got it. I'm on it. You got it. Yeah.
Unit lost.
Darn it.
Our base is under attack. Construction
Double darn it.
complete. Low power. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
unit reporting. Acknowledged. Yes,
Building. Unit ready.
reporting. Moving out.
Building. Unit ready.
Reporting. You got it.
I'd be shocked if they make it to the destinations, but it's at least worthwhile to see if we can get them there.
Building. Building. Unit ready.
Reporting. Moving out.
See, capturing...
Our base is under attack.
Wow, dude. Capturing these
Unit
buildings could be a
lost.
way to set up little annoying outposts to bother GDI with.
Construction complete. GDI building captured. Low
Okay, well,
power.
it helps if I don't keep going into low
Building.
power, but...
Unit reporting. Vehicle reporting.
Construction complete. Building.
Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, doo, 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 doo. This is good song.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Primary
Yeah, it's so
building
nice to have a little forward base here.
Building. On hold. Our base is under attack.
The weirdest level in the game that never made sense to anyone who didn't play the demo before the game came out.
Repairing.
Is there something unique about this mission? I mean, I like the start of it, but...
Repairing.
Oh, yeah, the communication centers. You know, it reminds me of a mission in Tiberian Sun where you have to capture, like, several communication centers with, like, laser bars around them, and you have to capture those to get reinforcements. That's what it reminded me of, so that's probably why I didn't question it, but yeah.
Building. Unit ready.
Yeah, but now that you've pointed it out, yeah. What are they
Unit
for?
ready. Building. Insufficient
Reporting.
funds.
Got it. Ready. Waiting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Each of them contained a box, and collecting all three gave you a single-use nuke, but they removed it for the full game and just left them there. I see. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I would have liked to have a single-use nuke.
You got it. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Yes, sir.
So is this mission otherwise worth the trouble? So what I've been doing, Lily, is if a mission mentions base building, I just set it to the lowest difficulty and check it out. That's what I've been doing. That's how I've been kind of tearing through most of the missions right now. But if it looks interesting, I'll tune up the difficulty again.
Building. Unit ready.
Now this one is pretty interesting, to be fair.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready.
The base gets more samey, but the intro is really cool. Yeah, that's what I felt about a lot of these missions, actually. Some of them have a really cool intro. Like the last one where you have to, like, capture, like, 2 bases on one side of the coast and then capture the other one.
Moving out.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative. You got it. Moving out.
It does have very aggressive AI that a lot of the missions don't have, I see. I don't know if that's true in my case, since I set the difficulty to low.
Unit lost.
Like an absolute casual.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
That was my way to look at missions, but not necessarily skip them if I didn't have to.
Unit lost. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Yeah, now that you mention it, they do seem pretty pretty aggressive.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. You got it. Moving out.
Oh, that really brought a lot of them out, didn't
Our
it?
base is under
Not a
attack.
problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
No. Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds.
Got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our base is under
Got it.
attack.
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Right, when we get to the mission select again, you can let me know if the next
Unit
mission is
lost.
worth turning the difficulty up
Unit
for again, or if I
lost.
should just check it out on the low difficulty like I've been doing.
Lost. Construction complete.
Because I think maybe we can do one more stream of this, but then I would like to move on to, well, actually there's like a secret campaign too. All right, let's not let's not make any hard statements yet about
Yes, sir.
how many more streams to Command and Conquer specifically, but
Building.
nuke.
Insufficient funds. Structure
Ready and
sold.
waiting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
My economy is a bit slow, isn't it? Maybe I should have invested in an additional refinery.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building. Insufficient funds. Construction complete.
That was strange.
Building.
Well, this is a bit scary.
Yes, sir. Roger. Yes, sir.
Our base
This time
is
GDI destroyed the church, so there's no blood on my hands.
repairing. Construction complete. Repairing. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Honk if you love Kane.
Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived. Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
You know, I put this here in hopes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for.
Building.
So now we know they do indeed have a base, which means this mission is sort of turning into the usual.
Construction
And that is a
complete.
shame,
Vehicle reporting.
Reinforcements have arrived.
because it was a very cool start.
Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
Nuclear weapon available.
Yes.
Well, let's finish it up quick with the nuke then.
Yes. Moving out. Yes. Affirmative. Unit moving out. Yes. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes. Acknowledge. Yes. Affirmative. Yes.
So loud I can hear myself think.
Building.
Reporting. Not a problem.
I like how that engineer is just casually standing there like, hey guys.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Our base is under attack. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Wonder if I could get my helicopter over there.
Unit ready.
Steal a few things.
Ready and wait. Bring out.
That would hasten the inevitable a bit.
Building.
And we sure do like hastening the inevitable.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out.
Insufficient
Moving out.
funds.
Yes, moving out. Reporting.
GDI
Reporting.
building.
Ready and wait.
Our base is under attack.
Waiting.
New
Yes. Moving out.
GDI building. Unit lost. Structure sold. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
And there we go. That's pretty much game, set, and match, I think.
Primary building selected. Building. Unit
Wait,
ready.
sir.
Building. Insufficient funds. Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Structure sold.
Affirmative.
On hold. Building. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Roger.
GDI building captured. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Repairing.
There we go. That one's a bit more conveniently placed for what I had in mind.
Building. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Got.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit
Got.
ready.
Roger.
GDI building captured. Building. GDI building captured.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Right away, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Right away,
Unit
sir.
ready. GDI building captured. Our base is under
Reporting.
attack.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Ready and wait. Yes, sir.
Well, now it's all just a whole lot of
Unit
cleanup.
ready. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, you got it. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Not a problem. Reporting. Affirmative. Right away, sir. No, you got it. Not a problem. Yes, sir.
Building. Unit
Waiting order.
ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Ready and waiting.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Ready. Moving out. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
One lone mammoth tank is left, heading for our base. He's going to die an honorable death.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
It could have caused some serious damage considering I don't have an obelisk right now, but
Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
sadly he mostly just seems confused.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack. Repairing. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting. Got it. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Roger. Affirmative.
Must be some building I missed around the edges here somewhere.
You got it. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Reporting. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Roger. Moving out.
Probably not the greatest idea for everyone to just run through the Tiberian, but you know what?
Roger.
I'll
Affirmative.
allow it.
Affirmative. Roger. Reporting. Reporting. Moving out. You got it. Moving out. Moving out. Right away, sir. You got it. Yeah. Reporting. Right away, sir. Roger. Yes, sir. Moving out. Right away, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Roger. You got it. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So many of these little guard towers.
Lost.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Acknowledge. Right away, sir. Moving out. You got it. Moving out. Right away, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so did I win or not?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 You got it. You got it. Reporting. Moving out. You got it.
Primary building
Affirmative. Moving out.
selected.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
There was another one of those little things hiding in the corner. Of course.
Affirmative. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Roger. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.
Well, that took a bit longer than expected, but there we go. Ooh, interesting. I think, Lily, I think this was one of your favorites you mentioned. I'll have a quick look at this one, but it sounds like the usual base building fare. So I'll just start it, and if it starts us out with an MCV, I'm not even gonna bother. Just want to have a look at what it is. Butterfly.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting order.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, affirmative. Unit moving out. Unit acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, moving out.
New construction options.
Unit report. Moving out.
Building.
Moving out.
Construction
Yes,
complete.
yes, sir. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New
Yeah, so the
construction
idea is you
options.
start and you destroy this town, and then you build your base, and then it's the usuals. I think we pretty much know how this is gonna go,
Battle
so I'm just
control
gonna skip that one.
terminated.
Let's see. A nearby GDI base is conducting further ion research. In doing so, they use a large number of chemicals located in their biocenters. Destroy all the biocenters and contaminate all units and civilians. Leave all the structures intact so that it looks like an accident. Interesting. Pictured a typical Dutch city. Not really, but
Reporting. Moving out. Ready. Moving out. Waiting order. Right away, sir.
Unit lost.
oh, are the flame tanks also using chemicals here?
Moving out.
I mean, flame tanks always do, but you know what I mean.
Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Moving out. You got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Okay, no, they aren't. I just imagined it.
Roger. Right away, sir. Moving out. You got it. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. You got it. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Right away, sir. Got
Right,
it.
so we need to be careful about not destroying any actual buildings here.
Unit lost.
Got it. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Roger. Not a problem. Roger. Yes, sir. You got not a problem. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Unit moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
I haven't actually seen the buildings that I'm supposed to destroy yet.
Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Kind of horrible to burn them all, but I guess that's what we're not for.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. out.
Whoa. Almost messed it up there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Alright, so down there is mostly units, so it's really, it's mostly just infantry, no actual critical buildings. So I would say to not go there first next time if we have to redo, and that seems likely.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledge. Moving out. Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit
Moving out.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
The medium tanks are making this into a big challenge.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Could really use some more of those sweet, sweet reinforcements right about now, guys. Come on, Kane, invoke the power of your shiny bald head
Affirmative.
and bring us more units.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit lost. Your mission is a failure.
Right.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Okay, so we know where we actually need to be. It's somewhere to the right.
Affirmative. Moving out. Right away, sir. Right away, sir. You got it. Got it. Right away, sir. You got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Your mission is a failure.
Oh, of course. Don't destroy any structures. They were not joking when they said that. Of course they weren't. For some reason, it did not register in my brain that those little buildings are also, in fact, buildings. I was thinking, oh yeah,
Yes, sir. Moving out.
okay, so that means we can't approach it from that angle.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Moving out.
Okay, I like a mission where you have to think about what you attack and when. It's good.
Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged.
Right, so we know the whole city shebang is there. I'd like to find one of those actual buildings to destroy.
Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Every time I see a building and its health bar comes into view, I get like this urge to burn it.
Affirmative.
I know that sounds insane, but it's true.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
How did this? How did they make this tank like the most annoyingly placed thing in the entire
Vehicle
universe?
reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit
Ready and
lost.
waiting out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when does that trigger that you get reinforcements? Is that just because you lose X amount of units, or is that because of certain milestones? Because to the left, I also got a new flame tank when I destroyed some stuff to the left, but I'm not, again, not sure if that was caused by my losing so many units, or just
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
making progress.
Unit acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready. Moving out. Yes, sir. You got it. Right away, sir. Moving out. Right away, sir. You got it. You got it. Affirmative. Affirmative.
You know, I was thinking how interesting it is that Tiberium doesn't even play that much of a role in this story yet.
Affirmative.
It's there, but kind of looming in the background.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Unit report acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Alright, well, this is probably the angle from which we are supposed to approach their base. Considering we can't exactly pass by their turrets there.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Not sure how they were expecting to get units on foot across here. Perhaps you're supposed to leave them behind before you send tanks over here?
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes.
lost.
Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged.
This is not going so well.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Ready?
Unit lost. Your mission is a failure.
Whoop. Right, so are we really supposed to destroy all units that aren't buildings after we destroy the chemical buildings?
Unit moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Well, we only have the one flame tank left, so that's not good.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Is there one to the bottom left here that I missed? Because
Moving
that's gonna
out.
be a problem, I'm afraid.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Moving out.
I wish it showed multiple objectives so I could be sure if I had done it right.
Affirmative.
Because I'm pretty sure I've destroyed all the chemical buildings now.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge. I see the future. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Moving out.
Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. It kind of sucks to come so far, though, doesn't it? What is that? It looks like an Easter egg or something, but I'm not sure what it is. Whether this will succeed or not is going to hinge mostly on whether or not
Moving out.
they are gonna be smart and whether or not we'll get some reinforcements. I really hope that we get another flame tank, but maybe it's only the one.
Moving out.
No mercy.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Your mission is a failure.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get through this.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Not a problem.
Your mission is a failure.
Oof. Okay, let's give it one more good old try, shall we? Try to lose fewer units this time, please.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledge. Acknowledge. Moving out. Waiting you. Got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
In that sense, I suppose it's not a bad idea to do this first.
Affirmative. You got it. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yeah, the part with the tank is the biggest problem, I think.
Affirmative. Yes.
We probably need to just set our flame tanks aside and send in the chemical units all at once for that.
Right away, sir. You got it. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not a problem. Got it. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it. Affirmative. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
That was pretty bad. I hope that nothing bad will come of that.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, so every time you defeat one of those tanks, you get reinforcements. However, it would be nice if he didn't crush all my chemical units under his treads before that happened, please.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. You got it.
Unit lost.
Yeah, this is one of those missions where if you're gonna... you get punished for doing what I do, which is just select your whole gang and just send them. You need to think about who goes first.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Sir. You got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Just a casual work day at Nod. Burning some civilians to death. You know, just normal Nod things. Just Nod things.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
That was sloppy. Once the tank comes in, you want to ideally switch to the foot soldiers, the infantrymen, with their chemical shooty.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Unit. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Ready. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out.
It would be nice if the units actually listen to commands, for sure.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Got it. You got it. Affirmative. Ready and wait. Got it. Waiting. Reporting. Right away, sir. You got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out. You got it. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Roger. Affirmative. You got it. Reporting. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. You got it. You got it. Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I have a really hard time preventing that from happening, even when I scatter them.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Right away. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Roger. Affirmative. You got it. Affirmative. Moving out. Right away, sir. Got it. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Warning. Right away. Yes, sir. Not a
Unit
problem.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Every time they just get completely wrecked.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Waiting order. Right. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Frustration begets impatience, and impatience begets frustration.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting. Right away, sir. Yes. Acknowledged. Yes. 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 Affirmative. Moving out. Yes. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting order. Affirmative. Moving
I
out.
feel like I should probably just save at every step, or we're gonna be here forever. I really don't like doing the save scumming thing too much, but eventually, well, you know how it goes. You've seen it.
Right away, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Ready and wait. Yes, sir. Reporting you. Got it. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Unit moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Best level. Yeah, it's fun, but it's challenging. Put it that way. I got really close last time, Lily. I destroyed the 4 chemical facilities in the GDI base, but then I had to go back here to the bottom left and destroy the city.
Vehicle reporting. Ready and wait.
And I didn't have enough
Yes, sir.
units to get through their final vehicles.
Moving out. Yes. 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 Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yeah, really good mission. I like it too.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Ready and wait. Right. Unit moving out. Affirmative. Yes. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes.
Yeah, the moment I saw the name, I think you mentioned this one as being one of the best.
Reporting. Right away, sir. Moving out. Unit reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and wait.
Unit lost.
Got it. Right. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Right. Reporting.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Got it.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes. Ready and wait.
Is it? Let's see. This is literally the only mission that has chem warriors in it. Right, they're deceptively really strong anti-vehicle.
Reporting. Right. Right away,
I've noticed that damage-wise that checks out, but the problem is they need to get so close that most heavy vehicles will just drive over them when they get the chance.
Right away, sir. Moving out. Right away, sir. Got it. Got it. Affirmative. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. No. Affirmative.
Unit
Hey, that's not
lost.
fair. It's not fair.
Reporting. Ready and waiting. Right away, sir. Moving out.
They destroyed my reinforcements.
Got it. Right away, sir. No, Roger. Ready and waiting. Got it. Affirmative. Got it. Reporting. Got it.
I don't know if I'm gonna get through this at this point.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes.
No, the answer is no. We're in even worse shape than that other time. And I don't want to be in a position where I can just barely get to the base and destroy 3 of the buildings and then get destroyed at the last second.
Reporting. Got it. Moving out. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Yes, you got it. Yes, acknowledged. Waiting order.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements have arrived.
You see, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but no matter what, even if I use the X key, they just seem to die. A lot. Constantly. Horrifically.
Reporting. You got it.
I might need to do it with better timing instead of mashing it aggressively.
Ready and waiting. Got it. You got it. Moving out. Right away, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Yes, you got it. Yes, affirmative. Yes, affirmative. 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 You got it. Affirmative. Yes. Acknowledged. Moving out. You got it. Moving out. Not a problem.
Right, one at a time.
You got it. Reporting. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
No, affirmative.
lost.
Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Reinforcements
Not a
have
problem.
arrived.
Roger. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Unit reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
So it goes. Awkward. Diagonal, huh?
Reporting. You got it. Right away, yes, sir. Affirmative. You got it. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Affirmative.
Oh.
Moving out. Affirmative. Roger.
No.
Moving out. Affirmative. Roger.
It's kind of scary to have a mission where just destroying the buildings is gonna make you fail.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
Well, this is about as decent as we've done it so far.
You got it. Affirmative. Moving out.
Please don't tell me there's still some dude running circles around here with 1 health. So I'm gonna have to come back here.
Right away, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Ready. Moving out. Ready and moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. You got it. You got it. Affirmative. Not a problem. Right away, sir. Moving out.
It's a good thing all the civilians here have the exact same voice, right?
Right away, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. You got it.
Okay, now just don't move, tanky boy. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Reinforcements have
Moving out.
arrived.
Reporting. Moving out.
We have a fighting chance now.
Yes. Moving out. Affirmative.
One thing I thought was kind of sneaky was when I got reinforcements, but they also got reinforcements right away. Sneaky, sneaky.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Moving out. Roger. Unit.
Right, as long as we can get 2 flame tanks into their base, I'm fairly confident that we can make it through this.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Right. Reporting. Right away, sir. You got it. Affirmative. 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 Yes, right away, sir. Moving out. Right away,
But yeah, I do like this mission concept a lot. Like, I have to make it look like an accident, so you're not allowed to destroy any buildings. Because then it would be blatantly obvious it's a Nod attack. It's really, you have to love little ideas like that. Really changing around the mechanics. Oh, I don't like how we're crossing this bridge right now.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Not a problem. Not a problem. You got it. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Not a problem.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Not ideal, but the guys, the infantry, aren't going to follow us.
Moving out.
So their usefulness has sort of run out.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unless we need to go back. In which case, I will feel really bad.
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Ooh, act on instinct begins again. Does that mean I'm going to win?
Yes, sir.
Well, Flame Tank says yes, so...
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes. Acknowledge.
Unit
Yes.
lost.
Yes. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes. Acknowledge. Moving out. Yes. Yes. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.
Nice! Okay, that was good. That was a really fun mission. Okay, this cutscene is already making me uncomfortable, though. Are we gonna see, like, the aftermath of what we've done here? Right. Wow, I can't believe GDI would do this. SMH. Okay, that's a pretty cool and horrific sight, to be honest. Okay. So Lily, if you're still around, which of these missions is worth looking at? I think you mentioned Cloak and Dagger as being a good one as well, if I recall. Okay, that was silly.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
So they really got the MCV trapped there.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
You know, I had like this moment like, oh wait, but you can actually destroy buildings in this one, I think.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Instead of money, an angry man came out of the church.
Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Oh well.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Your mission is a failure.
Welp.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Well, now we know not to destroy the church, so that's
Affirmative. Moving out.
something we won't be wasting our time on this time.
Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. 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 Moving out. Affirmative.
Your mission is a failure.
Right.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
The Cloak and Dagger was the friends we made along the way.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Let's not do that, in fact.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Wow.
Moving out.
What a trigger-happy civilian. He sees something,
Affirmative.
just fires a gun at it.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
is a failure.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm even gonna do much of this one after we acquire the actual MCV.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Your mission is a failure.
Alright, maybe the two mammoth tanks standing there is a dead giveaway that we're not supposed to approach from this angle. The last time we got so close somehow.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Your mission is a failure.
Yeah, we don't have nearly enough time to make a dent in that wall.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
Perhaps we should attempt to approach from the north side instead.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Or not? Perhaps... Oh, okay, I see. I think I see what the plan is.
Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
There, this is how we approach from the north side.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged.
They really want us to look carefully at the shape of the map, which I respect.
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the MCV is free, but where to put it?
Moving out. Perfect.
Yeah.
Your mission is a failure.
It sure is. I do like that this one actually fits the whole covert operations thing in many of these missions. Because some of them are just, you know, okay, now build a base and do the usual song and dance. But you'd expect covert operations to mostly involve, like, subterfuge and all that.
Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative.
Anyway, we probably need to plan for an actual escape route here.
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I mean, or we could just set up our MCV right here and do something truly redonkulous.
Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Your mission is a failure.
So last time when I freed the MCV, it was not a failure, but this time it is a failure, and I'm not sure why. Cloak and Dagger.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Your mission is a failure.
Okay, well that was a failure. I mean, I don't think there's any arguing about that one. Remember when I was like, oh yeah, we'll do like 1 or 2 more streams. It might be more, the way it's looking now.
Unit moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
I have had a lot of fun experiencing Command and Conquer, but it's also the game I probably know the least out of the Command and Conquers.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Your mission is a failure.
Should have loaded. Should have loaded. So yeah, driving the thing out of the base like that seems to be asking for trouble. The base is very well defended at that, so it raises the question. What do?
Your mission is a failure.
See, why that other time I was allowed to control the MCV, but at that time I wasn't? I don't get it, because it seems to trip a failure when you when that stealth tank gets destroyed, but not always. So ideally, we'd wanted to destroy that wall and then sink back into the invisible darkness. Okay, yeah, that was easy.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Cannot deploy here.
Moving out.
New construction option. Our base is under attack. Low power.
Okay, so that's a bad idea.
Building. Unit lost.
Unit lock.
Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Unit moving out.
New construction option. Our base is under attack. Low power. Unit lost.
Right, but in fact, no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Let's
Affirmative.
consider a few options.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative.
Cannot
Moving
deploy
out.
here.
Moving out.
Our base is under attack. Your mission is a failure.
Hmm. There's some easy solution I must be overlooking here. See, I was thinking maybe if I destroy the power plants, I can kind of navigate our MCV to safety. But then, how is it ever gonna get out of here? Right? It feels like we need to establish here, but how?
Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out.
New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here.
Well, we have a base. Not sure if this is how you're supposed to do it, but, you know.
Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack. New construction options. Building.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit
Unit
lost.
reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack. New construction options. Low power. Unit lost. Building. Building. Our base is under attack.
If only low power didn't make everything go so slow, right?
Unit ready. Building. GDI building captured. New construction options. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Unit lost. Repairs. Unit lost. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Building. Structure solid. Unit lost. Low power. Building. On hold.
Okay.
Cancel.
This feels a bit dire, doesn't it?
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Yes, affirmative. Ready, yes, sweetie. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
I reckon we might be able to build ourselves up from here if we just play our cards right. I'm gonna have to look up a video of someone who actually has a functioning brain and how they actually handle this mission.
New construction options. Our base is under attack. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Ready, yes, sweetie.
Unit lost. Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack. New construction options.
Waiting on
Low power.
affirmative.
Building.
Order anyway, sir.
Unit ready.
Order, sir.
Building.
Yes, affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Well, and here I was thinking I wasn't gonna get stuck on any mission for a while since we were just kind of browsing through them.
Cannot deploy here. New construction options. Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
On hold.
Yes, sir.
Cancel.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Our base is under attack. Low power. Building. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Well, at least this mission is interesting for starters.
Cancelled. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Cannot deploy here. New construction options. Building. Low power. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit lost. Building.
Unit reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Moving out.
See, if only we had a bit more space to build.
Affirmative.
Cannot deploy
Vehicle
here.
reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
If we attack anything and that tank comes in.
Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Moving out.
Unit lost. Cannot deploy here. New construction options. Building. Low power. Construction complete. Building. Our base is under attack. New construction options. Building. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Repairing. Building. Structure sold.
Wait, wait, sir.
Unit lost. On hold. Cancel.
Reporting. Yes, sir. You got it. Moving out.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Building.
Every time I think I'm starting to get a foothold, GDI is like, no.
Construction complete. Low power. Repairing. Our base is under attack.
Well, what do you guys reckon? Is the turret gonna win or lose? Well, I'm gonna check my phone and we'll find out in a couple minutes, right? By that I mean it will win, but it's taking quite a while. If I'm gonna have to cheese, if I'm gonna have to cheese the heck out of this, I will. Don't underestimate my patience.
Our base is under attack.
So, I wonder, does GEI even have a different base here? They might have one in the bottom left, because that's the only place we haven't checked out. I'm sort of hoping they're out of power,
Low power.
so I don't have to do this with even more power plants, but... See, most of the things here I would actually like to steal, if at all possible.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
While he does that, I'm gonna build a Hand of Nod just to see if it will actually work. Without getting attacked.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here.
Nope.
Our base is under attack. New construction.
We have to
options.
continue playing the waiting game then. That's okay. Okay, I must be nuts or something, but I really can't understand what I'm doing wrong here. But it must be literally everything. Imagine how cool it would be if you stole this and then all the buildings became yours. I think there were scenarios where something similar could happen in other Command & Conquer games. For any poor person watching this on YouTube, just do the 2x speed or just skip ahead. Like if I'm talking to you in the future.
Our base is under attack. Low power. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Our base is under attack.
All I had to do was not build it so high up, and that would have been fine.
New construction options. Building. Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Low power. GDI building captured. Our base is under attack. New construction options.
Got it. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Not a problem.
Holy crap, did you see them try to NG rush me when I haven't even built a base yet? Good lord. So impatient, GDI.
Unit ready.
Ready and wait. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Right away, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack. Building. Low power. Insufficient
Reporting, you got
funds.
it. Roger, you got
Unit
it.
ready.
Right away, moving out. Affirmative.
GDI building captured.
Ready, Roger, waiting.
Our base is under attack. New construction
Ready and wait.
options.
Affirmative.
Nod building captured. Unit lost.
Right, well, this mission is very interesting, but I think it's about time to move on.
Battle control terminated.
This sounds boring, but we'll have a look.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Battle control terminated.
Maybe I was wrong. I will give it a fair chance and put it on normal difficulty.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged. Unit report. Moving out.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Acknowledged.
Did I just crush a unit under the vehicle after destroying it?
Yes, sir.
After burning it already? That was strange.
New construction options.
Whoa, that was a trip.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
I didn't know they could do that, but it was interesting.
Moving out.
Thanks for this unnecessary but appreciated demonstration there, Mr. Flame
Base
Tank.
is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Na 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 na.
Yes, affirmative. Yes, acknowledged.
Surely there is a reason they're showing us this church from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. You got it. Roger. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Affirmative.
That went a lot less awful than last time.
Moving out. Ready and waiting out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
New construction options. Structure sold.
Affirmative.
Building.
There has to be some kind of intent here, right?
Yeah, okay. 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 Okay.
Waiting order. Yes. Yes.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Right away, sir.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready.
Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Waiting orders. Right away, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged.
3 of them, huh?
Reporting. Roger.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Not a problem. Yes, acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Well, that puts us on the other side, but what else?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
At least the mission is not boring so far.
Moving out.
It's an interesting idea. But you know, sooner or later they're gonna throw an MCV our way and just ask us to build a base and do the usuals.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Low power.
Moving out.
New construction options.
Moving out.
New construction options.
Affirmative.
And there it is.
You got it.
Unit lost.
Yes, Roger.
Building.
Time to get absolutely wrecked by the by the mammoth tank.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Unable to comply. Building in progress. New construction
Moving out.
options.
Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, Roger. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
On hold. Cancelled. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Vehicle
Alright, well, we have survived the initial attack.
affirmative.
Now that it wouldn't be frustration or cowardice to just hop out, I feel like I might just hop out of this one. Because now that we have the base, it's basically gonna be the usual, right?
Building. On hold. Cancelled.
Yeah, unless there's any compelling reason to play this mission all the way through, I might just leave it be.
Building.
No, I think the description really doesn't do this one any justice. Like, they could have at least said, like, oh yeah, we need to, I don't know, we need to capture a helicopter and to establish a forward base or something.
Insufficient funds.
Like, I was about to not even try this one when I read that description. I was like, ah, simple. Okay, good. Well, then I have a simple action for you. I just won't do it. But, you know, we're giving it a try.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Map isn't terribly big, at least.
Yes, sir.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Roger.
Let's just see what this map has to offer.
Building.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain, minigunner man. Unless you do that. In which case your sacrifice will be in vain, but it'll be your own fault.
Insufficient funds. Unit lost.
Well, I was about to say we're making good progress in this mission, and instantly GDI is like, "Are you sure about that?"
Construction complete.
Vehicle reported.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds.
Yeah, this is a bit like having an obelisk parked on your base. It's not good.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Waiting. Roger. Affirmative. You got it.
I hope I can actually go up there, because if not, I just wasted a lot of...
Unit lost.
Right, I see.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Building. On
Yes,
hold.
moving out. Affirmative.
Cancel.
Moving out. Moving out. Yes. Moving out.
Building.
They could just stay away from those turrets for a bit. I would be much obliged.
Yes. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
I had a funny idea that I'm gonna try. Since we're not taking this mission too seriously anyway.
Yes. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
I figure we'll set up an obelisk and see if it can destroy these guys.
Construction complete. Low power. Building.
Uh-oh. Man, why do they have so many defensive structures set up here? Just to harass my harvesters? Wow.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Repairing. Building.
Waiting order.
On hold.
We should probably get a repair facility for our harvester in before it actually gets destroyed. Oh, then again, maybe the obelisk wasn't such a bad idea either. Yeah, just go towards the obelisk if you would.
Construction complete.
Unit report. Affirmative.
Repairing. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out.
Insufficient
Waiting order.
funds.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Right, well, this mission is kind of just progressing at its own pace. Should I really commit to finishing it? I mean, I guess I could do it for the unlocks or the chivos, but I don't really see any point, to be honest.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Right, okay, so this is a pretty bog standard mission otherwise. Then I feel comfortable just leaving it right here. Just wanted to see what this mission had to offer. Had a good start, but then it kind of just became a usual
Battle
standard.
Control terminated. Low power.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, the situation looks hopeless. You guys want to
Reporting.
clarify any of that? I like the start of this one, it looks interesting.
Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Got it. Unit reporting.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit lost. Our base is under
Whoa.
attack. Low power.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Structure sold.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Roger. Acknowledged. Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me just explore the map a bit and see what's up here.
Moving out.
Unit
Or
lost.
what's down here, in fact. Oh, right, they have like a huge wall of units surrounding us. I see. That's fun, that's interesting.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Low power. Structure sold. Structure sold.
Well, I was just talking about like siege missions or missions where you have to hold the point. Those are fun.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
So the nuke will probably allow me to destroy one part of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
I wonder if GDI has a base then, or if it's really just these units surrounding us. In that case, which side is the most dangerous right now? Right looks comparatively less dangerous to left, but it might be like an illusion because I can't see it properly.
Yeah. Okay.
Any strategic tips will be interesting to hear.
Okay.
Since I really kind of like this mission idea.
Building. Unit lost.
Oh yeah, there isn't a snowball's chance in heck that I'm gonna be able to get an obelisk to work here, but once the nuke has gone off, I can set. Let's see how many are here. I think it's the same setup everywhere, so. Launch the nuke, sell the temple. It's like a puzzle, right? That's what I'm going with, anyway. Left looks the most dangerous to me, but that's, like I said, could be a complete illusion. If I nuke one side and set off an obelisk on the other.
Nuclear weapon available. Nuclear weapon launched. Nuclear weapon launcher.
Oh, that did not do exactly what I wanted, but...
Structure solid.
Oh, what are they doing?
Got it. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Structure sold.
Reporting. Wait away, sir.
Oh, and that makes them all attack, okay.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Low power. Unit lost. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Building. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Building. Unit lost. Our base is under Unit lost.
So, in spite of that not going well, this mission is actually really interesting to me. I like it a lot. So, once we launch that nuke, there's no going back. They're gonna
Unit lost.
attack hard once we do
Our
that.
base is under attack. Structure sold.
Ready and waiting. Moving out. Reporting. Moving out. Right away, sir.
Building. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Got it.
Unit lost. Repairing.
Unit moving out. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Low power. Building. Insufficient funds. Unit lost. Structure sold. Structure sold. Construction complete.
Okay, obelisk here, obelisk there, obelisk in your hair. Basically, if I can set up an obelisk here and then one there, I wonder if I could make this.
Nuclear weapon available. Nuclear weapon launched. Nuclear warhead launcher. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Building.
Reporting. Yes, affirmative. You got it.
Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Building.
Ready,
Unit
guys.
ready.
Swing out. Base swing
Unit
out.
lost. Building. Unit ready. Unit lost. Building. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
You know, the worry is, wow. So
Lost. Your mission is a failure.
we just saw a harvester. That is a problem. Because that means they might have a base, which means we can't just go all in, all the way, like that. Like, if we survive the attack and then we automatically win, that would be cool.
Lost. Our base is under attack. Building. Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Our base is
Unit
under
acknowledged.
attack.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Waiting order. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Low power. Structure sold. Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Vehicle reporting.
Building.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'm attacking the right side this time.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Nuclear weapon available. Insufficient funds. Nuclear weapon launched. Nuclear
Ready
warhead
and waiting out.
approaching.
Yes, you got it.
Construction complete.
Yes,
Our base is under attack. Low power.
yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, no.
Lost.
Affirmative. No problem.
Our base is under attack. Units lost.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes,
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
I might be putting a few too many hopes on those obelisks, perhaps. Maybe I should instead build many smaller turrets that actually work in spite of the circumstances.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Building. Construction complete. Building. Structure sold. Construction complete.
Yeah. Okay.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Insufficient funds.
Vehicle reporting. Ready and waiting. Right away, sir. Moving out. Unit reporting.
I wonder if I'm setting them up right. I do need to stop soon, but I suddenly started really enjoying this mission. I think it's a fun idea.
Nuclear weapon available. Nuclear weapon launched. Nuclear warhead departure. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
On hold.
Affirmative.
Cancel. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Reporting. Right away, sir. Moving out. Right away,
Our
sir.
base is under attack.
Yes. Yes. Right away, sir.
Unit lost. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit lost.
Yeah, whatever I'm trying here, it's not exactly working, is it?
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit.
Well, I'm thinking I'll stop it here, and I will maybe look at these two next time, and then maybe a few of these. I've been told they're not particularly worth looking into, but we'll see. And then perhaps the question mark as well. So yeah, this won't be the last time yet, but okay, and there we go. There's that unlocked. We'll have that. We'll look into that next time as well. Next time will probably be the last one, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not making any hard statements regarding that, but let's just see how it goes. So thanks to everyone who stopped by today, and I hope you have a nice night. Bye bye.